I believe we've all just watched the game, Man United versus Chelsea. It's ended 1-1. Yeah, that was an interesting game. I predicted a 1-0 win for Man United. However, it ended up in a one. Sorry, I predicted a 3-3 draw between Chelsea and United. But I did say, and I remember, I said, no matter what happens, we won't lose the game, right? We simply won't lose the game, and that's what happened. The only thing I didn't get right or correct um, was basically the scores, because I did get the match prediction correct. Um, I predicted the result correct. I got the result correct. I just didn't get the scores correct, you know. But yeah, really, the fact we didn't win is annoying. I can't lie, it's annoying. Like I don't usually come out here and say, oh, we deserve to win that, but we didn't, or this, that, and the other. Um, Let me just, sorry, just one sec, literally. Someone is messaging me here right now, and I'm live. Okay, as I was saying, I just need to, like people know by now, right, that I use my phone to go live, but for some weird reason, they still insist on texting me even when they know I'm live. So I'm trying to sort that out right now just to get a few people to stop texting me because I am live. So it looks very unprofessional on my part to be doing this whilst live. Um, but yeah, anyways, as I was saying, now my standards now decided to start fumbling. But yeah, back to the stream. All right. I predicted a 3-3 draw between the two sides. Um, the match, however, ended in a 1-1 draw. I would have loved to have had a lot more goals involved in that game, right? But we ended up in a 1-1 draw. Disappointing. Yes, it is. It's very disappointing. But one thing I will say is we didn't lose. It's very hot here. It's very, very hot. But we didn't lose. So that's a positive I'll take. And I guarantee you, if that game was played under Eric Ten Hag, right, we would have lost. Somehow, I don't know how, but we definitely would have lost the game. But because it's under Ruud van Nistelrooy, it's like the players cared more. I don't know. It looked like it for me because most of them were actually playing well today. Some of them were not so good, but some were very good. I'd like to start by giving a shout out to Nusem Mazraoui. He was absolutely brilliant. Nusem Mazraoui, for me personally, he was my man of the match. I know they gave it to Moises Caicedo, so I understand it because he got the goal, right? However, for me personally, Nusem Mazraoui was better. Hey, see, we've got a huge turnout, people watching it. We've got about 73 people watching. I believe it's like probably the highest number of people I've had watching whilst live ever since I started doing this channel. So before I continue, please everyone hit the like button. Let's get the like numbers up because we've got 73 people watching and only 3 likes. Come on, guys. Please, guys, just hit the like button. I see a few people have already started in the chat. Let me just go through some of the chats. Kurvisia7 says hi. Hi, Sarah says hi, bro. Hi, Sarah. Is it Gire? Is it pronounced Gire or Gire? Messi or Ronaldo? CR7 all the way, brother. I'm a Man United fan, so CR7, obviously. Ronaldo. Mr. Indian Driver says, how are you? I'm good, mate. How are you? How are you? How are you? Alexander. This is Russia. Okay, I'm in SA, bro. I hope you're good. Rossi Play says, can you give me a shout out for no reason, just for the fun of it? Shout out to my guy or girl or however you identify. Rossi, shout out to you. CC King, what? King Ping, keeping it real says, hello. Hi, CC. Ilham says hello. I'm from Bali, Indonesia. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Ilham. I hope I'm not pronouncing your name wrong. But hi, how are you going? How are you doing? Well, I'm Tentwa from SA. As you can see, the channel's name is Tentwa Talks Football. So I'm obviously Tentwa. Rohan FC Football with the Real Madrid crest on his thumbnail, or not a thumbnail, what you call profile picture. Says, please shout me out. Shout out to you, Rohan. You're a Madrid fan, so even better because I'm a Madrid fan too. But yeah, I see the turnout is massive, guys. Let's get the like numbers up. Everyone, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, man. We're an open community. We let anyone in, whether you support Man United or a rival, anyone who supports, who's a football fan. Just hit the subscribe button, and also, guys, please turn on those notifications, so that you can get notifications whenever I go live. You get notified immediately, and you don't get to miss out the live streams. Right? I usually do it on Sunday nights. But yeah, today is a Sunday, so I had to go live. And yeah, man, just hit the like button and consider subscribing if you're new, guys. Feel free to subscribe. You're welcome to the channel. As I said, I am a Man United fan, but I do cover other games as well. It's mostly Premier League, but I also do cover Champions League games for the big clubs. You have Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, Chelsea. Well, Chelsea are in the conference, so my bad. But you get what I'm trying to say. The big guys, the Arsenals, Liverpool, City. I do cover those games as well. But yeah, Rohan again says, first time getting shouted out by a streamer. Let's go. Hey, first time for everything, my guy. First time for everything. I myself have not been doing this for a year. Rohan, by the way, for that shout out, I know it's shameless on my part, but I hope you've subscribed, bro. I hope you have subscribed because I did shout you out. It's a bit shameless on my part, like I said, but I'm seeing there's like a massive number of people and I'm kind of losing it. I don't even know what to say now because I'm used to going live, right? And only having about 20 people on here, or maybe 30 people. That's when I know I've got a high number. Then I'm used to that small number. And so when I see 75, I'm kind of like, what's going on here? It's a bit freaky, you know? It's a bit, I'm not used to it. I'm not, you know? But yeah, Nacho Joby says, do you know where Celtic is? It depends. Are you talking about Glasgow Celtic, because that's in Scotland? Or are you talking about the Celtic, which is here in South Africa? Because I'm in South Africa, we have a Celtic, football club called Celtic. Look them up. But I'm assuming you're talking about the one in Glasgow. Yeah, I see. You just said Glasgow. I'll stop if I get a shout out. Shout out, Nacho. I'm shameless, like I said. If you want a shout out, just put it in the comment section and I will shout you out. But I do have to get back to the business of the day. I have to talk about the games. I have to cover it. Obviously, that's why people are here, not to just hear me ramble. Looks like my battery's low. Let me see. It's a bit low, but I think you can survive a bit. Yeah. Wait, if it gets too low, I'll have to go. Look, we've got 95 people. The number's just gone up now. Excuse me. We've got 95 people watching this live stream. This is a big number. If we hit 100, what I'm going to do. But if we get to 100 people watching live, I don't know what I'm going to do. But everyone who's here, like I've been saying, please hit the like button. We've only got 8 likes so far. That's very nice. Come on. Let's get the like numbers up. Okay, let's get the like numbers up. We don't usually have these many people watching. But yeah, anyways, back to the big business of the day, right? As I said at the beginning of the video, I predicted Man United to beat Chelsea by what? I predicted Chelsea and United to draw 3-3. I said yesterday in my match preview, I remember, I said it's going to be a high-scoring game. I said it's going to be end-to-end. I said it's going to be exciting. I predicted that because I thought Ruud is new. He has nothing to lose, really. It's not like if he loses, suddenly he's no longer a Man United legend or anything like that. So I thought he would attack and attack and attack. And I also expected the same from Enzo Maresca because so far this season, we've seen him be very offensive. I've seen him take Liverpool on and actually be on the offense. And I think that game was at Anfield, if I'm not mistaken. But Chelsea played Liverpool, and I think they managed to get a... they lost 2-1. It wasn't a draw. They lost 2-1, but they were very offensive. So I expected both managers basically to be very offensive tonight, but they weren't. So it happens. It's fine. However, what I will say was the game started off well. United were attacking. The first 5 minutes, we were very good. We were attacking. But from there, for the next 10, 15 minutes, there was a spell whereby Chelsea just took over the game and they took control of the game. They were the ones attacking us. They were the ones doing all the creating of... But to be fair, even though they were the ones who were attacking us, right, there was more of Chelsea having possession of the ball than them creating chances. You get what I'm saying? Because to be honest, they were like, they'd get the ball, but wouldn't exactly create too many clear cut chances. Like, for example, I can think of two, three, or maybe even four chances where I can say Garnacho should do better. They either should cross the ball or shoot better or look up and pass to a teammate, which he didn't do because he was just disappointing for me. But from a Man United fan, I'm disappointed we didn't win simply because of the chances we had. Even the chance from Bruno Fernandes towards the end of the game. He could have easily scored there, but he skied it. When it was 1-1, I think it was around the 89th minute, Bruno Fernandes got a good chance, but he skied it. So for me personally, I'm not too pissed off because we didn't lose, but I wanted us to win, obviously. And based on how the game actually went, I think we were the better side. I don't care what anyone says. I think we were the better side. We had the best player on the pitch in Nusay Mazraoui. I felt him and what's his name, Caicedo, were basically neck and neck in terms of who was the best player on the pitch. So the fact that Caicedo scored the equalizer for Chelsea, I understand why they would give him man of the match instead of Mazraoui. You see, so it makes sense. However, I'm not too disappointed with the team's performance. I'm more disappointed in the result itself, given the fact that we had chance after chance after chance. So usually what happens, my match reactions, that I basically discuss what happened. We obviously scored the penalty from Bruno Fernandes, which I know Robert Sanchez will be kicking himself because what's his name? Rasmus Højlund, right? He didn't control the ball well when he got that ball. In fact, he's going away from goal. But then because Sanchez dives in there, he basically brings him down, and it's a penalty, which is given to flipping United, which obviously Bruno Fernandes was always going to score that penalty. He scores, makes it 1-1. But then what? Less than 5 minutes later, Chelsea go make it 1-1. It's annoying. From being 1-0 up, and then 5 minutes later, it's 1-1 because Caicedo scores. The game as a whole was not the best game, but it wasn't the worst either. The only annoying part, like I've been repeating myself, is the fact that we didn't take our chances. We need to start taking our chances. Otherwise, this will bite us. We will always drop points in big games because we don't take our chances. We should have won that game. Honestly, we should have. We really should have. But anyways, it is what it is. I'm going to move on to the player ratings. I'm going to move over to the player ratings for the Man United players. Obviously, if you're new and you don't know how I do player ratings, I do player rating, marking players from 0 to 10. 0 obviously being awful, 5 being average, and 10 being excellent. So in at number 1, we've got Andre Onana in goal. For me, I thought he made a few saves, few decent saves, but the goal we conceded is not anything to do with Onana. If anything, that's more to do with our defending because Casemiro cleared the ball out, but no one in the Man United shirt decides to come out and try and block the shot from Caicedo. So I can't blame Onana for that goal, and there weren't really any mistakes from him. So for me, Onana just gets above average. I'm going to give him a slide. What? I give him a 5.5 or a 6. He did all right. It was just all right. There's nothing special about it. He gets a 5.5 for me. Moving on to right back, Diogo Dalot, someone who's usually between Dalot and Mazraoui. Dalot's usually the one who's very offensive, right? But today Dalot wasn't offensive. It's like he was told to sit back. I don't know if it was tactical or not, but it was like Mazraoui was the one who was doing more of the offensive work, which is quite the opposite of what we were seeing under Erik ten Hag. But he didn't do much going forward. Defensively, I don't remember him getting beaten too many times, which is all right as well. I'm just going to give him a slightly above average 6. In fact, I'm going to bump Onana up because, like I said, the goal wasn't his fault. Didn't do anything wrong. Onana gets a 6. Dalot also gets 6. Centre backs, we've got who? De Ligt. I don't remember seeing. Oh, he did make one mistake, big mistake. He slipped towards the edge of the box, and Nico Jackson basically laid it off to Enzo Fernandez, who, thank God, that guy can finish, because if he could finish his dinner, that's 2-1 Chelsea. And that was just literally a minute or two after they'd scored the equalizer. So the fact that he missed it or blazed it over the bar and missed was good for me. So for me, De Ligt, he was all right, but he did make a big mistake. So I'm going to mark him down for that. He gets a 5.5. Who was his partner? Martinez. He's been leaky so far this season, man. He hasn't been the same usual butcher that we know and love as Man United fans. So, but today he was decent. He wasn't making silly mistakes. Yes, he'd made a few rash challenges. Also, he kicked Cole Palmer on the knee, which VAR had a very long look at to see if it was a red card. So I'm glad that wasn't given as a red card, because if it had been given it as a red card, it would have been a shame. But if we're being totally honest, I don't know if any Man United fan could honestly have come out here and said, you know what, we were robbed, because he did kick him. He did kick him on the knee, which it was a high tackle, and it was a dangerous tackle. We were just lucky he couldn't finish his dinner, basically. But yeah, as I was saying, I think he was all right today. He did a decent job, so he gets a six as well. Moving it on to the left back position, who did we have playing at left back? Um, who did we have at left back? Mazraoui. How can I forget the man of the match, the best player on the pitch, according to me at least. I thought he was exceptional. Everything he did defensively and offensively was so good. Very, very good on the ball. Such a technical footballer, man. You have to love players like that. I'm someone who really, really, really rates technical footballers. And from what I saw today, Nusay Mazraoui is right up there in terms of being technical. Right up there, I'm telling you. And for me, Mazraoui, since he was very, very good, I know we drew, I know he didn't score or anything like that, but he was very good. For me, Nusay Mazraoui gets a 8.5. And I know some people might say, how is he getting an 8.5? It's like he scored a hat trick or whatever. He was good. He was by far our best player on the pitch. So for me, Mazraoui gets maybe an 8.5 is slightly too high. I'll give him an 8. But again, it's a good score. 8 out of 10, 80%. That's good. So for me, Mazraoui gets an 8. Following up, moving on to the midfield, another player who I thought was very, very good for us tonight, who was excellent as well. A close second behind Mazraoui. This was Casemiro. Again, a physical. He's such a presence in the box. Aerially, I don't think currently in our squad we have anyone who's better in the air than Casemiro. He was everywhere, making tackles, clearing up, starting attacks. He was so good. Casemiro was so good for me today. And again, another one who's a contender for man of the match. But personally, I know they've given. I'm talking about Man United players. Yeah, I know I've given it to Mazraoui and I've given him an 8. So I'm gonna give Casemiro a 7.5. I thought he was that good. I really, really did. He was that thing that was that good. And then moving it on to his partner in midfield in the double pivot, Ugarte. Ugarte, man. What can I say about this guy? I can't. I want to be honest, but I feel like it's too soon for Ugarte. So I feel like I should pump the brakes just a bit, not be too harsh on the guy. He's still new, still trying to find his feet at the club. So I feel like maybe I should just give him a bit more chance, a bit more time, to maybe show me that he's actually a Man United player, or he's good enough to play for this club. Because so far, the things we're seeing from him, they're scary. But I, what I he gave the ball away a lot today. And I was thinking, if this is against a Man City or a Liverpool or an Arsenal, we're probably getting smashed here. We're getting punished because the areas in which he was giving the ball away were dangerous areas. So to see him do that was quite scary. It really, really was. However, sorry, man, I'm seeing something here which is weird. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, from what I saw today, in fact, not just today, since he's joined the club, really, I'll be honest, he hasn't been great. Ugarte, he hasn't been great. He's been giving balls away week in, week out. He hasn't been doing well. But today he did make one very good pass where across the field where he just arrowed it straight to Marcus Rashford, who got the ball, and he had made a very good cross into the box. But obviously, unfortunately, Rich James cleared it before Garnacho could get to it. So for me, Ugarte, he was poor. I'll be honest, he was poor, but he did have one or two good moments. But overall, he was poor. He got booked in the first half. And second half, he had a few silly tackles where I'm thinking, if it's a ref who's a lot more strict or more ruthless, Ugarte gets sent off for a second yellow. So he was even lucky to survive the whole. Well, he didn't get survive 90 minutes. I think he got subbed in around the 83rd minute by Rude. But yeah, it wasn't his best game. And he hasn't been great since he came to the club, but I'm willing to give him more time, especially now that Ruben Amorim is coming. That's his guy. Maybe he can get the best out of him. I don't know, because so far what we've seen at this football club, it's not been good enough in terms of Ugarte's performances. But we have to give the guy a chance. We have to give him a chance. So for me, he was our worst player today. And that's me being honest. I'm not trying to pick on the guy. I know he's new, but he was our worst player on the pitch. So for me, Ugarte gets a 4. And I feel like even with the 4, I'm being a bit generous because my God, was it awfully bad. But I'm not going to go into hard. Ugarte gets a 4. Moving it on to the number 10, Bruno Fernandes. Other people can easily argue he was on at the match. I don't think he was. I don't think he was anywhere near it. But I know other people, since he scored the penalty, will say he was man of the match or whatever. Fine, if that's what you believe. For me, Fernandes, he wasn't awful like he usually is. Moments, obviously the penalty was very important to put us in front. He had a flick which laid off. I don't know, was it Zirkzee or Hoyland? I think it was Hoyland. He had a few good moments, and he did score the penalty. But then at the same time, he did give the ball away stupidly. Oh, sometimes there was a time in the first half, we just tried some Hollywood pass to Garnacho, and Garnacho was standing there like, "What are you doing, bro? Like that ball is not on. You can see, but you still try to force it." There was also a moment in the first half, I believe, whereby what's going on? Is my sound still there, or has it been cut? Uh, can you guys still hear me? Let me know. You guys, let me know if you can still hear me. But yeah, he did try to force a ball to Garnacho, which obviously what's his name? Rashford to Rashford, which he got. But yeah, he wasn't great, but he wasn't poor. I'm gonna give him the fact that he scored goals gonna make me. I'm gonna score him up. So for me, Bruno Fernandes gets a 6.5. He gets a 6.5. And then left wing, we had started the right wing. We got Rashford, who for me, again, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. He looked. In fact, I have to be fair to him. He had a good work ethic today, which I feel like should be basics. Anyone should have good work ethic and try and bust the gut for their team. So today he did try and have that. He was tracking back, which he never does. Today he tracked back. He actually looked like he cared. I saw him sliding in for a few tackles, which I'm like, yo, bro. I don't think he won any of them, but he tried. But he did. He was all right, man. He created a few chances. I think he had a shot or two himself. It wasn't great, but he was all right. So for me, Rashford gets a for the fact that he put in a lot of effort and endeavor. He actually tried and he seemed to care. I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I'm gonna try and be fair. Just yeah, I'm gonna give him a 6.5. And then who else was there? Gato on the left. Him for me and Ugarte, and this is gonna be controversial. Him and Ugarte were our worst players today. Garnacho was one of our worst players. I don't care what anyone says. The amount of chances this kid missed today. And I've been telling you guys, this kid is not clinical. I've always said my biggest criticism for Alejandro Garnacho is his decision making in the final third. If he's supposed to cross, he'll shoot. If he's supposed to shoot, he'll cross. It's like he gets confused when he gets in front of goal or in the final third where it matters most. His decision making is very, very poor. But I get it. He's still young, so that'll probably come with time. But so far, what I'm seeing right now, it's not promising. It's looking bad. Like it's looking really bad because how are you going in, right? There's a chance in which he could have just crossed the ball to Amad Diallo. And he just to shoot with his left and he just scuffs it and goes wide. Doesn't even hit the target. And he did it more than once. Both in the first half and the second half. If anything, in the first half, he spent most of it just moaning and complaining, raising his hands and basically flicking. Like if any other teammates tried to give him a pass and it didn't come off, he complained and just moaned. I remember even in the second half, he got Casemiro booked. He lost the ball. Instead of tracking back, he just stands there and leaves it. And Casemiro has to go and make a tackle and get a yellow card. And he literally had a right go at Garnacho immediately, and rightly so, because that was pathetic from him. You can't lose the ball and not want to track back and try and win it back for the team. You get what I'm saying? So for me, Garnacho, like I said, he was one of our worst players, but I know he kept on running, he kept on, because people are going to say I'm a hypocrite because I did praise Rashford for his energy levels and his endeavor and trying and all of that. So I'll give that to Garnacho. He tried. He actually tried. It's not like he was purposefully rubbish. No, he tried to be good. However, he wasn't. He was selfish. I was surprised he lasted the full 90 minutes. I was. I mean, I'm seeing this trend whereby he's staying on the pitch when Rashford's being replaced. Cool. If Rashford's playing poorly, you can replace him. But based on what I've seen in the past couple of weeks, Rashford hasn't necessarily been the worst player between the two and Garnacho, between him and Garnacho. However, Rashford's the one who's being replaced. Whilst Garnacho stays on the pitch and plays for 90 minutes. It's not right. He's not playing well. Replace him. Even if it means bringing on Anthony or Ahmed, but I know Anthony's injured right now. But my point is, if he's not playing well, replace him. Also, what's it gonna take for Ahmed Diallo to start playing games? Because he's been benched. When last did Ahmed start a game? When last did he start a Premier League game? I genuinely don't remember the last time Ahmed Diallo started a Premier League game. He probably started one game in the last 5, and that's in all competitions. And I think the last game he started was in the Europa League. But when it comes to the Premier League or the Carabao, it's like they just want to bench him. I don't understand. Is he not doing well in training? Is his attitude not good, or is it contract related? What's going on? Something's off there, man. We can't lose Ahmed. First of all, we need to get him to sign a contract extension, because he's on his final year in his contract. So literally, if I'm not mistaken, from January, he can start talking to clubs abroad. In fact, he can sign a contract with a club that's abroad, and come their summer, he just walks away for free. And this is partly to do with Ten Hag. He was just benching him indefinitely. He was player of the month in, I believe it was September. And then from there, he just benched him for a number of games consecutively. So I don't know, because no story has come out about how Garnacho was dropped or anything like that, or being unprofessional. None of that has happened. However, he's still not starting games for us. So the question remains: what exactly is going on with Amad Diallo? Are we now trying to force him to sign a contract extension by benching him? Are we saying that if you don't sign the extension, we'll continue to bench you? What's the story? What's the situation there? It's interesting to watch. However, back to Garnacho, he didn't. For me, he was awful. Like I said, him and Ugarte was worse. Garnacho was really bad. I don't care what anyone says. I'm gonna give him a 4.5. Ugarte was bad and he got a 4. Garnacho gets a 4.5. I know he tried. The only good thing which I saw him do was that attempt to hit a volley, which just went slightly above the bar. That was the only thing that I saw, which I was like, okay, that I'll clap for you. You tried, and it was actually good. It was a good effort. And other than that, it was frustrating for me. He wasn't tracking back. He was giving the ball away. He couldn't hit the target. He was bad. So for me, Garnacho gets a 4.5. The last player to rate is Rasmus Højlund, the number 9. I'm someone who criticizes Højlund a lot. So many times I'm on Højlund's case. I'm like, he's not good enough. He can't finish. He's for a guy who's 6'4", 6'3" or 4. He's not got the holder play. He can't bully defenders. But I've said, and if you've been watching the channel the past couple of games, he's been imposing himself even more in games. He's been trying. He's actually holding the ball up. He's linking up with the players, with the teammates. He's actually doing well. Today, that was the case as well, especially in the first half. He was good. He was holding up the ball. He was helping get the teammates into the game. However, second half, that all went away. It's like second half, he couldn't get anywhere near the ball, So it was a bit frustrating. But from him, I'm not going to say he was awful. I saw he actually put, like, the effort. I know I'm praising basics here, the effort levels. But he put in a decent shift, as opposed to Joshua Zirkzee, who came in and did nothing. You see, so for me, what's his name? Højlund gets for his effort. I'm gonna give him a 6. I'm gonna give Højlund a 6. I thought he tried a lot, and I thought the pass, the attempts at holding the play up were impressive. But let me go through some of the comments. Man City fan 45 says hi. G-Man Albert says hello D. What do you mean D? What does that mean? Yeah. Anyways, hello G-Man Albert, I guess. But yeah, man, those are my player ratings. In terms of what I thought about the tactics, I thought Ruud van Nistelrooy did well. People seem to forget this guy is not our permanent manager. He's not getting the job on a permanent. But I love the passion of him, man. When we scored the goal, I saw him running down the touchline, fist pumping the fans. I'm thinking, this guy loves the club, man. Passionate. I've had a robot standing on the touchline for the best part of 2 years. In fact, we're on into his 3rd year at the club, and he's just there standing there looking like a robot on the touchline. No, man, Ten Hag got to go. Rude, I get it. He's only here for a short time. However, in as much as he's not here for long, right? I'm happy to see what he's doing, man. It's like, it just tells the boys to go out there and enjoy themselves. Like, people are not looking so glum and miserable. We're actually trying to play good football. I know it in the first half, right? There was that 10-15 minute spell where Chelsea just controlled everything. But other than that, we actually tried to play the football. We actually tried to play the game. And it was interesting, man. It was interesting to see. Because under Ten Hag, I'm telling you, Chelsea would have dominated the game from minute 1 to 90 and they would have won that game. 3 or 4-1. That's how we would have lost it. They would have. But Rude came in. He said, I'm assuming he tells the players, go enjoy yourselves. It's Chelsea at home in front of our fans. Try and do something. And yeah, man, he's doing his thing. Just like we saw him celebrating so much against Leicester in the Carabao Cup, he did the same thing today. The reaction to the Bruno Fernandes penalty scored, good reaction. Just go watch it yourself if you haven't. I'm sure it's all over X. The man is living his dream, man. He was living his dream. I was literally ready for us to win and come through here with shades, maybe a glass of whiskey, something, bro. I was ready to celebrate and talk shit to the Chelsea fans, but it wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't meant to be. But yo, man, I'll take a draw. But no one can convince me Chelsea with the better side. Nobody. They weren't. I see my boy Woody says, crazy game, but let's see how y'all go, how your season go from here. Look, we've got Ruben Amorim coming in, my boy. We've got Ruben Amorim coming in. I'm excited, man. He plays. I've never been a fan, right? I've never been a fan of managers who play 3-4-3. However, I will admit I've seen 2 managers do it in the Premier League and it's been successful. Conte came to the Premier League. He played 3-4-3. He won the league title. Thomas Tuchel came to funny enough, both managers did it at Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel came to the Premier League. He won the Champions League for Chelsea whilst playing 3-4-3. So there's evidence that it does work in the Premier League and in Europe. It can also work. So maybe Ruben Amorim comes with this 3-4-3 and he does his thing and maybe we actually enjoy it. But one thing I will say is apparently he's got a good reputation. I saw some of his press conferences. The guy's got a bit of charisma. It's good to have a manager who can actually talk, because we've had a guy who could barely string 2 words together without biting himself and saying, United, we're trying, Rashid. No. We got a guy who can actually speak. When Jose Mourinho came to the Premier League, I'm not saying, before you guys clip me up, I'm not saying he's Jose Mourinho or the next Jose Mourinho, no. I'm saying when Jose Mourinho came to the Premier League, he had hype about him, he was a good manager, he had the charisma, he came, first press conference, he sat down with the English media, he told them, he said, I'm so one. Jose Mourinho, he came, remember, when he came to Chelsea, he was coming from FC Porto with a Champions League medal. He was a Champions League winner. So he came with the smoke. He said, "Yo, I'm not one of the bottle. I'm a European champion, so call me the special one." Jose Mourinho. That's a manager with charisma. I wanted that so much. One of my things was, obviously I want us to play good football, win trophies, play good, be exciting, and all of that. But one of the things I wanted was a manager who could actually command a room. And based on what I've seen from Ruben Amorim, some of the press conferences, the guy's got a bit of charisma, he's got a bit of swag, bit of style. So hey, hopefully that transitions onto the pitch and we see my boys balling out, because some of the players we've got in the squad, right, they're not good enough. I get it. However, some of them are actually, they're being made to look worse under Eric Ten Hag. They were, honestly. People like Casemiro, he looked like he was 60. He looked like he was 60 under Eric Ten Hag. But he's gone now. And if you saw the game against Leicester, and I know it's just Leicester, but midweek in the Carabao Cup, he was flying, bro. He was so good. Even today, he was so good. That's why when I did my combined 11 in the pivot, if you haven't watched the combined 11 video I did with Man United and Chelsea, go watch it after this. I said I'm going to have a double pivot of Casemiro and Caicedo. I said those two, that midfield, that duo in midfield, proper midfield. And guess what? Caicedo cooked today. He scored. And he was absolutely everywhere cleaning up for Chelsea. Casemiro did the same for my side. So those are some good midfielders, man. We've got players like Diallo who's not being played. Hopefully Amorim comes and brings the best out of him. Bruno Fernandes, he scored his first goal of the season. Does that mean, Amorim knows him from Portugal. I know when Bruno left Sporting Lisbon, Amorim wasn't coach yet, but I'm sure he knows him. So maybe he's going to get that Bruno Fernandes who was scoring what? I think he got about 75 goals and assists in the first 80 or 85 games under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. that Bruno Fernandes was looking like world class because he was getting goals week in, week out, goals, assists, goals, assists. And I know there was a lot of penalties, but hey, still got to score them. We saw Palmer scoring so many penalties last season. No one was complaining. They were calling him cold. So hopefully, maybe Ruben Amorim brings that level of excitement, and he basically gets our players excited and gets them playing good football. Because as a Man United fan, I think I speak for all of us when I say we're sick of boring football. We want a manager who's gonna come play good football and have us win. But yeah, man, I think that's enough talk about Man United and Chelsea. Yeah, it's a draw. I predicted a draw. I predicted 3-3, but it ended up in 1-1. It's fine. Um, disappointed not to have won, but hey, we moved. We didn't lose, right? But yeah, let's move it on to Liverpool. Liverpool beat Brighton on Saturday yesterday. Mo Salah doing Mo Salah things. This guy's world class, man. When can we just have an honest conversation about Mo Salah? When is this guy ever gonna slow down? Like honestly, when is Salah actually going to slow down and become rubbish? Because from what I'm seeing, this guy is just cooking. He's in his final year of his contract, right? He's probably going to Saudi Arabia next season. Go get that Saudi check. I don't think anyone can blame him. Nobody can blame him. He let him go. He's already done enough for Liverpool. He's a Liverpool legend. I think personally, as much as it pains me to say this, I think is the best right winger I've seen in the Premier League. Not just this season. Like since I started watching the Premier League, I started watching in 05, 06 when Jose Mourinho was winning Premier League titles for Chelsea. That's when I started watching the Premier League. Since I started watching the Premier League, then as a kid to now as a grown man, I genuinely believe I haven't seen a winger which has been better than Mo Salah in the Premier League. That's just my personal opinion. Some might not like it, but it is what it is. But yeah, he just keeps doing it week in, week out for Liverpool. And yesterday, obviously, dragged them over the line. They won 2-1 against Brighton. And it was a tough game, difficult one for them, but they still somehow won. And then you've got Arteta on the other side who lost. Mikel Arteta, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Arteta right now because when he came to Arsenal, people said give him time. They've given him time. It's his fifth year now. He's now in his fifth year at Arsenal. It's 5 years at Arsenal, only one FA Cup to show for. And like I always say, people need to remember the Cup which Arteta won, he won with players who he didn't like. The likes of Aubameyang, the likes of Xhaka, the likes of Lacazette. Basically, 99% of that squad is gone. I think the only player that's left from that era is Martinelli and Saka. The rest of them, they're gone. So he's been given his own squad. He spent about 700 if not 800 million pounds, and he still can't win anything else. Is he going to win the Premier League now? Are they done? Are they out? I don't know. You guys let me know in the chat. Do you think Arsenal is still going to come back? They lost again. I don't think they've won a Premier League game for 3 games in a row now. I believe it was the second loss of the season, if not the third in the Premier League. They've already drawn about, what, 2 or 3 games as well. I know they failed to win 5 games so far this season. So Arsenal are not doing well. They're not the usual Arsenal that we knew or we've come to see in the past couple of years with their high-flying, constant pressure, attacking, creating chance after chance after chance. We're not seeing that Arsenal. We're not. So the question remains, is Mikel Arteta done? Is he going to come back? Because, I mean, Liverpool are on top of the league now. Arne Slot, give it to him. Fair play. I said they were going to be rubbish this season. He shut me up. He has absolutely shut me up, and he's shown I know nothing, basically. So, I don't know. You guys, what do you think? Do you think Arsenal are going to come back? Do you think they're out? Because as for me, them and City don't look good this season. So, it's going to hurt because everybody knows I hate Liverpool with everything in me. Everything in me, I hate Liverpool. So, if they end up winning this Premier League title, yeah, that's going to be bad. That's going to be really bad. Not just for United fans, but everyone in general, because we know there's no worse fan base than Liverpool Football Club fan base. So hopefully they don't win it. But yeah, they look like they might because they're top of the league. As well as the fact that they look good whilst City and Arsenal looks bad. It's not great. It's not good for the league either. But yeah, basically City and Arsenal dropped points while Liverpool won. So that means Liverpool are top of the league. Whether they go on to win the league or not, that's a different story. That's a totally different story. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I just don't know. But it's not looking good. Um, at this point, to be honest, as a Man United fan, all we can do is hope and pray that either one of Arsenal or City, as much as it pains me to say, but we have to rely on City and Arsenal to try and stop Liverpool. Even if it means City win another one and they win 5 in a row, I don't care. I'd rather have Liverpool. I'd rather have right. I'd rather have Man City win 100 in a row than have Liverpool win it once. That's how much I hate those guys. My hate for Liverpool is literally irrational. So I'd rather have I'd rather have City winning so many times. I genuinely don't care about Man City. They get supported by these guys who just started watching football either yesterday or just glory hunters. Half of the City fan base, they just, it's people who used to support Chelsea, who used to support Arsenal, who used to support Liverpool or whatever, but they saw that the teams are not winning, so they decided, you know what, I'm gonna fuck off. I'm gonna go support City. So half of them are glory hunters. I'm no offense to Man City fans. Hey, you can support who you like. It's fine. Fair play to you guys. However, I feel like, if we're being totally honest, most of them were not Man City fans. They only went there because they were doing well, and they decided to be glory hunters. But hey, that's a conversation some of you are not ready to have, and that's fine, guys. Honestly, it's fine. I see here Spider X says, "Would you want to be relegated so Liverpool lose the league?" Hey, that's a bit extreme. Nah. Spider X, that's, look. I said I hate Liverpool. I didn't say I'm crazy. Would you rather be relegated or have Liverpool win the league? Oh, Spider X, you put me in a corner here. Oh, bottom table. Bottom half of the table, I'll take. If it means, look, if it means Man United finish, I mean, look, the thing is, right, the past 11 or 12 years, we've been rubbish anyway, so we haven't won the league or Champions League. So whether we finish bottom half of the league or finished flipping 6th or 8th, it's the same thing because we didn't win the league or the Champions League. So we may as well have finished bottom if it meant Liverpool don't win it. Like, for example, that year when they won it in the COVID year. Where did Man United finish that season? I don't even know. I'm going to guess we were 8th, maybe. So if we finished 8th, would you think we're finishing 8th, right? But if someone had offered me a chance to finish flipping 15th and Liverpool came second and lost the league on the last day of the season, you bet your ass I would have taken that opportunity. I would have bitten your hand off. I'd take finishing bottom. If people are saying to me this season, we finish bottom of the league, in the bottom half of the league, but Liverpool don't win it, I'll take that. I would definitely take that. I would definitely take that. I'd finish 14th or 15th or wherever we are now if it meant Liverpool don't win the league. However, Spidex is a sneaky part of me here. We're in the Europa League, so if we can win the Europa League but finish like 16th, hey, I don't care, bro, because we're back in the Champions League and Liverpool don't win the Liverpool. The Liverpool don't win the league. So happy days. If I'll take that. But being relegated is a bit much. Now I wouldn't take relegation. That's too much. That's just taking it a bit too far. I hope you subscribed, Spider X. I hope you subscribed. You know, and also I hope you've hit the like button. That reminds me, guys. Let us get those like numbers up. Let's get the like numbers up. We had a very big turn in today. There was a lot of people watching live, a lot. And like I always say to you guys, I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the support you guys keep showing me. I appreciate the love you guys keep showing me. I get lots of comments. Some people are actually DMing me on my Instagram. I don't know how they find my Instagram, but they did. And they're actually DMing me saying that they rate my work. I should keep up the good work. So I appreciate you guys. You guys are literally the reason why I keep on coming back, because when I go live and I see you guys tune in and you comment and you interact with me, that gives me motivation to come back or to keep coming back. Because I'm not gonna lie, there's days where I'm like, yo, I'm just tired. I don't want to go live. I don't want to do the live stream. But I'm like, no, man, I've got a bunch of people who are actually expecting me to go live, so I need to honor that. I have to go live and deliver and do my job. It's not a full-time job yet, but so far I'm enjoying it. So maybe one day if I start making money from it, I can do it full time. I'm not monetized yet. I believe I was on 260, if not 61 subscribers when we started the stream. I've already got notifications that there's a few more subscribers. But like I said, Spiders, I hope you're the latest subscriber. I hope you just subscribed up, and then I hope you've hit the like button as well. And to anyone else who's watching as well, who's not a Man United fan or who's new to the channel, like I keep saying, we cover anything football related. Well, the big six leagues really. You know, that's England, big five rather. England. Let me not lie. Actually, it's the Premier League and the Champions League. That's what I do. But in the Premier League, it's more focused around the big six clubs. The big six being obviously Man United, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, and flipping Spurs. I don't know why they're considered big because they don't win anything. For you to be a big club, you have to win trophies season after season, but they don't. So I don't know why they consider it. That thing needs to be changed from the big six to the big five. Because we've got five big clubs: United, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. Spurs are a small club, man. I know today they won 4-1. So some of the people will be happy with that. Well, the Spurs fans will be happy with that. So yeah, good for them. They play exciting football. I give them that, but they don't win anything. I'm saying, rather, my argument is for you to be considered a big club, you need to be winning stuff, which they don't do. So why are we calling them a big club? Doesn't make any sense, you know. But yeah, I see Spider taking subs. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. Also, people, when you do comment on the when I'm live, it helps with the YouTube algorithm, especially when you hit the like buttons, it helps. So again, my people, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on your notifications. It helps you know whenever I go live, you get notified to say, oh, Tento Talks Football is live. Then you can just join the stream immediately, you know? I don't want anyone missing out on the live streams. I know when Man United lose, that's when I usually get the highest number of people watching me because people are like, yeah, he lost, let's go cook him. Which I'll take. It's banter, man. It's all friendly. I get cooked sometimes for whatever reason. It's part of the job. It's part of the job, guys. It is what it is. But as I was saying, I'm looking forward to Amarim coming in, man. I'm gonna end the stream soon. I can't. I just want to discuss or talk about Ruben Amarim a bit for the next maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm gonna end the stream. But I'm very excited. Ruben Amarim is here. I am. People, anyone who's been watching this channel long enough will know I was one of the most biggest Ten Hag outers out there. Like literally, as small as my channel is with about 250 subs, I was out here calling for this guy to get sacked a long time ago, guys. Like literally, I was just tired of him. Like every week we were getting embarrassed. And I feel like where I should have, or where it should have clicked that this guy is not good enough was after the 7-0 loss to Liverpool. Because the thing is for me, right, my biggest reason for wanting Ten Hag to come to United was what I saw him do at flipping at Ajax. This guy was playing proper ball, going to Bernabeu, beating Madrid off 3 or 4-0, and then he went to Juve, did the same thing in the Champions League, cooking with that young Ajax team. They were so close to going to Champions League final, but obviously Spurs, Lucas Moura scoring in the 95th minute or something like that, knocked them out, and they were knocked out of the final of the Champions League. They would have played Liverpool in that Champions League final. It would have been interesting to see if they would have stood a chance. I don't think they would have because the Liverpool side is better, or was better. That prime Liverpool side was better, but to be fair to them, I think they would have put up a fight maybe. That squad of Ziyech, De Jong, Van de Beek, De Ligt, was it Onana in goal? I'm not sure. But they had a very good core of players there. And me watching that got me to be like, you know what, I need Ten Hag to come to this club. Bring him to the club as soon as possible. He's going to play good football, attractive football, positive football. And this guy came here, and like what, 2-3 games into his tenure at the club, he 100% abandoned this philosophy. I know I say this all the time, but that is the biggest reason why I said I can't back this guy. But to be fair, I did stay on a bit longer to try and see if maybe he'll go back to it. I thought maybe, you know what, to an extent, I kind of hear why he's saying, you know what, I can't play him the way I played at Ajax. Give me more players. But then the summer came and we went and got him more players. He got back in the transfer window. They signed players for him. And he still couldn't play well. And then to hear him actually say the words, I can never play the way I played at Ajax at Man United. That's when I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm 10 out. I can't deal with this because the whole reason why we signed you is to deliver. It's like me going to BMW tomorrow saying that I want to flip an M4 because it's fast, right? Competition package, all of that. I get the M4 and it's moving like a 4 Series. That doesn't make any sense. You get what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, a 4 Series is a good car and it's fast, but it's nothing like the M4 competition. So I can't go buy a sports car which is very fast and buy it and it moves like a normal one. It doesn't make any sense. I may as well have just gotten a normal car. You get what I'm saying? I know it's a weird analogy. It's nothing related to football, but basically that's what I'm trying to say. I thought we were getting a guy who was going to ball out, but it didn't ball out. If anything, he bored the life out of me. Almost bored me to death. The games were so slow, lethargic, side to side, and to make it worse, after every single game, this guy would come up with the most pathetic excuses, telling us about, oh no, we played well. Bro, we didn't play well, we were rubbish. And he'd come and be like, we played well, we were just unlucky. Or no, if this player took their chance, or if that player took their chance, if this player made that pass or made that defense, we would have been better. He never took accountability. That was my biggest reason why I said, you know, flip this. Get this guy out of here. Sack him. Get rid of Ten Hag. He's not serious. The job is too big for him, and he will never make it at Manchester United Football Club. So when we did sack him, I said, oh, happy days. He's finally gone. I mean, I went live, bro. I was sipping on some nice whiskey. I said, he's gone. I thought I'd have champagne, but like I said, I was at work, so I came back late. And I heard the news and I was driving home, but then the liquor stores were closed. I'm like, flip. Whiskey will have to do. But the fact of the matter is, Ten Hag's gone. We can all forget about the terrible reign under him and try and focus on Ruben Amorim era. Amorim is coming in from the 11th of November. How poetic is it that he's coming on the 11th of November? 11/11. If you know, you know. You know. But yeah, Spidex says, I can't believe ETH got sacked. We can't believe it. He was rubbish, bro. I thought it would stay until the end of the season. No. I think Ineos tried to do that because they gave him they triggered the extension on his contract, the extra year on his contract, which meant that he would stay longer, right? But I genuinely believe they only did that because of pressure, number one, from the fans after winning the FA Cup, and number two, because they couldn't find a manager who they wanted. I think their main target was Thomas Tuchel, and he apparently turned us down. And they went on to interview what's this guy's name, Roberto De Zerbi, and apparently we couldn't reach an agreement with him either. So they said, you know what, we can't find a manager we really like. So let's stick with Ten Hag. But my thing is, you could have just stuck with him without actually giving him an extension, because he had 1 year left on his contract. Now we actually triggered the optional extension, optional year in his contract, which meant he had 2 years instead of 1 year left. Which meant that if we were to sack him, which we did, we had to pay him about £17 million. You get what I'm saying? So Ineos did waste money and time. However, and I was onto them. However, they did make up for it by hiring Amorim, because they said, if you look at it, right, if you look at the timeline, they said Ten Hag this past Monday. Tuesday, news were coming out that we're in talks with Sporting Lisbon for Ruben Amorim. And at the time, I was thinking, and rumors were even coming out that we're looking to talk to Julian Nagelsmann, we're looking for Xavi Hernandez. And to be honest, for me, top of the targets for me was Nagelsmann. I thought Julian Nagelsmann would be brilliant. I thought, let's get him. But then we didn't. Xavi, I thought he would also be good, but we didn't. We obviously went for Amorim. So yeah, it's good, man. It's good. But yeah, Spidex says Xavi might sign for Man U. Are you talking about Xavi Simons, Spidex? Are you talking about Xavi Simons? Because if you are talking about him, he's also a player I like. I really do. I think there's a high ceiling, that there's potential for him to become a proper footballer. I really like what I see so far. But I think he's still a PSG player. However, he's out on a season-long loan. I'm not sure if it's I think it is at Red Bull Leipzig. So he's still out on loan, but he's still a PSG player. So seeing how difficult they were to deal with in terms of it was very difficult to deal with them when we tried to sign Ugarte. I think they're not going to make life easy for us when we try to sign, or if we try to sign Xavi Simons. They might want big money. So I don't know. Let's wait and see what happens if we do get him or not. Spidex says Ten Hag should have been sacked earlier, but because of luck against the City, he stayed. Exactly. They shouldn't have been. You know how Spurs sacked Jose Mourinho before the final, right? They shouldn't have done that because Jose's a winner. But Ten Hag's a bum. They should have sacked Ten Hag before the final. That's how rubbish he was. But he got there, he won, and even after he won the trophy, he still, for me, he still should have been sacked. You see, but he wasn't sacked, so it is what it is. Really, it is what it is. But yeah, what can I say? He's gone now. The Amorim era starts now. You know, Abu Bakr Said says Ronaldo was right. Ronaldo was right. Ronaldo was always right. So clear, Abu Bakr is on Ronaldo's side of this. Are you a United fan? I'm interested to know that. See, Abu Bakr said, are you a United fan, or you just one of those people who love Ronaldo because it happens and fair play, I guess. Spidex says it will be cool seeing Simons in the Prem, bro. Imagine Simons in that midfield. Him and Kobe in there. We've got that 3-4-3. Amorim is coming with the 3-4-3. That's another one of the biggest reasons why I'm so excited about Ruben Amorim coming in. He's coming with the 3-4-3. We've never seen Man United play. I personally, maybe some of you have. I personally have never ever seen Man United play 3-4-3. So the possibility of us playing a 3-4-3 gets me excited because I'm thinking, whoa, who's going to play where? He plays with wing backs. Is he going to convert Garnacho into a fullback? I've even seen some YouTubers saying player Anthony at left wing back. Others are saying Dallo is going to be proper. Others are saying Mazraoui. Is he going to sign his own players? I don't know. I've also seen some few cheeky leaks of us being linked with, what's his name? Alphonso Davies from Bayern Munich. Imagine Alphonso Davies on the left wing back without having to do too much defensive work. So just offensive. On a free. That would be brilliant, man. That would. But anyways, I guess we just have to wait and see what happens. We really do. The only player that I was ready to write off was Ugarte, but let's wait and see what happens because, like I did say, Ugarte played his best football so far in his career under Ruben Amorim at Sporting Lisbon. So you never know. Maybe Amorim comes in and he, I don't know, turns him to be into a world beater. The same way Arne Slot has gone to Liverpool. It turned Ryan Gravenberch into a top player. Remember Gravenberch under Klopp, people were saying flop. He's never going to amount to anything. He's not a defensive midfielder. Liverpool are going to struggle, myself included. I was saying they're going to struggle because they don't have a recognized DM. But look at what Slot has done there. He's gone in there, fellow Dutch manager. He's talked to the boy, got his confidence up, and he said, this is your position. You're going to start for me. And he's been absolutely killing it since. So you never know. Maybe Ruben Amorim might have the same impact on Manu Ugarte. And I know Ugarte is happy about this because I even saw him the other day posting a picture of himself chilling, drinking a young drink in the Sporting Lisbon kit. And I'm just like, Ugarte, you cheeky bastard. I see what you're doing. You're basically saying you can't wait for Amorim to come. Because remember, there's rumors that Ten Hag never wanted Ugarte to begin with. And I can believe them because he barely played him even when he was fit. You know, he barely played him. So it's one of those things, man, where there's lots of questions we want to see. Is Amorim going to be on the technical side or is he going to be on the P&P side? We don't know. We just have to wait and see. But one thing I will say is, as a Man United fan, I am very, very, very excited and I'm looking forward to the future. And I'm liking the fact that in as much as Amorim comes with a bit of hype about him, there's still some naysayers out there saying, no, it's coming from Portugal, that's a dead league, you can't use that as an example. But bro, the guy won the league in the first league title for Sporting Lisbon. He won it. The first league title in 19 years for the club. He won it. I believe, I'm not sure if he won. I believe he was at Braga to begin with. We'll find out a lot more about this guy when he comes. But I'm excited. And if he can come with Gyökeres doing this at Old Trafford. To be fair, Rasmus is improving, so maybe, I don't know if, I doubt he will, but if he can turn Rasmus Højlund into Gyökeres and we see him doing this at OT, hey, I might be gassed. I might, but anyways, I think I've had the life going on for long enough. I think, yeah, the plan was to, I keep saying I'm going to keep the live streams short. I'll do like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but they just keep on going and going and going. But yeah, I need to finish now. There is something I need to do now at 10 o'clock. But let me just go through some of the last super chats that I haven't gone through. Spidek says it would be cool to see Simmons in the Prem. I've read that one. It says they would dominate. Him and Kobe would dominate. He then goes on to say that if you guys sign a new goalkeeper and a new striker, then you guys would cook. Bro, I still don't rate Onana. I will, however, be fair enough to admit that he's been decent so far this season for us. However, I still do think we need a good goalkeeper. Go to Portugal. He's in Portugal. Get his fellow countryman. Go get Diogo Costa from FC Porto. Get Costa from Porto, and maybe he might cook. So if you get Porto in goal and Gyökeres in the number 9, hey, we might be fisting as Man United fans. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see. Spidex says even maybe a new winger. Yeah, the thing is with as I was saying with Amorim, he plays a 3-4-3 and he relies on the fullbacks to be the ones to do a lot of the attacking. So I don't know. I'm just what I like is that this is a lot of the unknown. We don't know where's Garnacho gonna play. Is he gonna play? Where's Ahmed gonna play? Where's Zirkzee gonna play? Where's Hoyland? Where's Bruno? Ugarte? Casemiro? Dalot? Mazraoui? De Ligt? Are they gonna play? If so, where? How? It's a new, different system. Totally different system. But like I keep saying, I am very, very happy to be a Man United fan right now, and hopefully, it's the start of good things when he comes through. But yeah, man, I feel like at this point there's nothing else to say about Amorim other than I'm excited. But we just have to wait and see what happens when he comes. But yeah, anyways, I'm about to end the stream. But to everyone who's joined, Spidex, I appreciate you, man. The back and forth, I really, really do appreciate you. I was about to ask who you support, but I'm seeing on your AV there's like a Barca shirt, one of those retro ones. I'm not sure if it's Busquets, Xavi, or Iniesta, because I am using a phone, so it's kind of small. But I'm seeing it's a Barca shirt, so I'm assuming you support Barcelona. Do you support anyone on in the Premier League? Let me know, Spied X. I see you saying W stream. Hey, thanks, brother. Thanks. Support Barca. Hey, unfortunately, you're an op. I'm a Madrid fan, but hey, like I keep saying, everyone is welcome here. Even if you support Real Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea, Liverpool, whoever you support, welcome to the community, guys. Feel free to join us. We'll just discuss football. Of course, I'm going to prioritize Man United because that's my club, but support Chelsea in the Prem. Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. You see, you guys are on the up with Maresca. Hopefully, Amorim is going to come and have the same impact or similar impact at United, and we can get back to challenging for titles. But anyways, to everyone who joined the stream, thank you so much for joining. And if you haven't already, please like the video, guys. Like I always say, like the video, and also, if you guys know you're in group chats with some of your mates, share the link, man. When I go live, share the links. Also, turn on the notifications so whenever I go live, you get notified. And when you do go live, share the link with some of your mates so they can also come join and we can have a more of a rapport and interactions. And yeah, man. But like I do say to you guys every time you join, I really, really do appreciate the support. The numbers are going up for my live streams now. I usually used to read about 100. I'm seeing now I'm just hitting about 2, 3, 400. Even last week I even hit about 500, I believe, or just under 500. So the numbers are going up. People are supporting. People are sharing just make sure you hit the live stream, guys. You subscribe, right? Hit the notification bell so whenever I go live or post a video, you get notified as soon as possible. But I am still using my phone to live stream, so yeah, soon I'll get a camera, but for now I'll be using my phone. But I'm very, very grateful to each and everyone who joins in and supports. My boys from back home, you know yourself, I appreciate you guys. You guys, one of my biggest supporters, and also my people from all over the world who supported me, like Spide X over here. But yeah, I see he says I'll try and join the next live. I'll use my TV and phone. I'll appreciate it, brother. I really will appreciate it. But to everyone who joined, thank you so much for the support. If you haven't already, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. But yeah, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And I think we've had a good live stream, and I'm out. Peace, guys. Good night.